Hi, everybody. It's me, Dion Nicole, also known as the Lady D. Thank you for coming back and joining me today. I want to talk about climate crisis. Now, I've already made a video about the climate crisis, and if you haven't checked it out, please do. But I had to do a part two because I got a little bit of feedback from a couple of people. And even though I went back and forth explaining my views, I thought it was going to be an intelligent conversation, but it wasn't. And I had to block those comments. But it inspired me to make a part two to the climate crisis. You know why? Because it's truly real. Join us. We'll talk about it right here on Dion Nicole Inspire. Hi, everybody. It's Dion Nicole, also known as the Lady D. And welcome back, or welcome to my channel. So I'm so glad that you're here today because we're here to talk about climate change, part two. It was necessary to do a part two because of the feedback that I got from the first video. Now, I'm a YouTuber. What I mean is, I'm a newborn on these YouTube streets, so I don't get a lot of attention just yet, but I did get a lot of attention with the climate change video. That's because there's other people and trolls and conspiracy theorists and whatever out here to spread a different message. So I thought it was important to slow down on this video because the first one was a little rushed. However, you do get a lot of good information. So if you missed it, please do review the first video on climate change. It's important. I will not be repeating that information here. But the reason for this video is to really dig in detail and let you all know what me and you can do right now to make a difference. We'll talk about it more right here on Dion Nicole Inspire. Stay tuned. Now, yes, we want to talk about how we can slow down or stop global warming. Global warming. In case you don't remember from the first video, global warming is a gradual increase in the overall temperature of the Earth's atmosphere, generally attributed to the greenhouse effect, caused by the increased levels of carbon dioxide and all the other dangerous pollutants and gases in the atmosphere. Now, global warming, in short, will destroy our planet if we don't make changes right now. Now, as I've said before, the climate crisis is indeed real, and we need to take it seriously. And the effects are shown daily all over the world. Now, at the end of the video, I will show you some of the effects right now. I gave you examples in the first, but I'm going to actually show you what I've been researching and what I've seen. And it's just shout out to Climate Change YouTube channel. And basically, this channel shows natural disasters on a weekly basis all over the world that are affected by the climate change. So that'll come at the end. We're just going to slow down and talk about what me and you can do to make changes on a daily basis in our lives and how we can share the message to others. So first of all, we're going to talk about it. Let's get into it. We all can vote. Voting seems simple, and sometimes it seems very difficult for people that don't believe in it. But voting makes changes when you're voting for the right reasons and for the right cause. Climate change is that cause. Write your state representatives. Get into that process of making a change through your vote. We need to find out what our carbon footprint is. Every household is giving out carbon emissions. So I found a carbon calculator online that helps you find out what your carbon footprint is. Now, the one that I would recommend instead of just Googling carbon calculator is going to the EPA site, and that is www.epa.gov/carbon-footprint-calculator, and I will post that. And that is a public website that you can go to. You put your information in, and you can find out what your carbon footprint is in your household over the last 12 months. and then it will give you suggestions and you can make adjustments to know exactly what you can do to make a difference in your personal household. Now also we can use LED lights. LED lights are the best for energy saving, okay? The halogen lights and incandescent lights, they're gone. They're the past. If you still have them, and some of us still do, let's just change everything out to LED lights. Okay? Make that adjustment because it's very simple. LED and white light general illumination applications are today's energy efficient and rapidly developing lighting technology. LED use up to 90% less energy and lasts up to 25 times longer than traditional incandescent lighting. An 8 to 9 watt LED light is comparable to a 60 watt incandescent light bulb. So that's a big difference. So that's something small that we all can do, investing in the LED lights instead. Now, another thing that we can do that may be a little tough for some people is making that adjustment in our diet. So research shows that about 25% of all of the global climate changes that we're seeing is contributed to the food choices that we're making on a daily basis. Basically, we're eating too much meat, especially beef, not only because of the agricultural problems, but also due to the methane. So the methane is what the cows are putting out through their digestive process. And as we know from the first video, that is another very dangerous gas. So with less meat in our diet, with no meat in our diet would be the best to become a vegan, right? But at least with less meat in our diet, this would definitely help. And eating more vegetables. The vegetables and natural foods is what we should consume more of for many good reasons. And substitute your protein for like beans, nuts, grains, and such. Which brings me to the next thing that we can do. Let's plant a tree, a beautiful tree. Attend to your gardens. Keep your plants alive. We need more trees, and we can plant trees for so many good reasons. For our lost loved ones that we want to keep their spirit alive, and we can plant a tree as a symbol. Plant a tree because it's going to help our environment. And we need to protect our forest. We need all the trees and plant life to consume as much of the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere as possible. And through their process of photosynthesis, remember that? They will then give out oxygen. So stop killing your plants, embrace your gardens, and plant a tree. Invest in renewable energy. Fossil fuels are the ways of the past. Burning coal is not the way of the future. We have to invest in renewable energy, solar power. There's way too much plastic, and there's way too many problems on managing the plastic. Plastic in the wasteland. When we burn plastic, there are several gases that are going out, like nitrogen oxide, sulfur dioxide, volatile organic chemicals, and polycyclic organic matter. All of this is just not good. Burning plastic also releases heavy metals and toxic chemicals such as dioxin. Let us use less plastic as possible. Eliminate plastic in your home as much as possible. So, of course, these will take away some of our conveniences. The last two things, of course, are the planes, the flying. We have to take less trips, and instead of business class, you have to fly economy. You don't have to do anything. This will help. This will help from all the dangerous pollutants that are going into our atmosphere. And if you can, we need to use video conferencing instead of flying around so much for business reasons, or just fly economy whenever possible and shorten your flights. Make one-way trips instead of with all the stops included. Also, with our vehicles, if you're able to buy an electric vehicle, invest in electric vehicles. We have to stop using our cars so much. We need to carpool. We need to use bikes. We need to walk. We need to take less trips or plan your trips and realize that the cars are getting out too much pollutants into our atmosphere. That's not good. All of these things will help our environment, will protect our beautiful Mother Earth for as long as we're going to be here. You may believe in the Bible, you may not, but guess what? Even if you don't, evidence, facts speaks for itself. You can just look around. You can just research and see the changes. So these are some of the things that we can do. And for other suggestions, please look up the carbon calculator. Be encouraged. Climate change is real. Do what you can today to make the difference. Have a great day, everybody. I love you. Happening. This is from August 29th to September the 4th, and this is what's going on in our world. If you want to go and subscribe to that YouTube channel, every single week, they will show you all around the world how climate change is affecting the weather, and it's real. So, as I leave you, watch a little bit of this clip, subscribe to their channel, and you guys have a wonderful day. Be encouraged and do something today to change our climate.
Tornado near Cologne. Unprecedented floods have turned the streets of Castellon into rivers. Snowfall in Hillcrest Town, Durban City. These videos were sent by a subscriber.
Right, we are here in Elliston, in Hillcrest, KwaZulu-Natal, and it is snowing. It's coming down.
Tropical storm Nora is wreaking havoc in Mexico. Roads to Dahana in the Palgar region were flooded due to heavy rains. Hail covered Italy. Snow fell in Yakutia. Fiery whirlwind. A landslide blocked the Chalisgan Highway in Aurangabad. Heavy rains caused severe flooding in Santa Marta. More than 60 houses were flooded in the village of Nashki in the Kyatinski district in Buryatia. Flooding after Hurricane Nora attacks Louisiana. 6 people were washed away in Tlalpan. Hurricane Ida is an absolute force to be reckoned with, a hurricane monster filled with lightning. Consequences of flooding in Buryatia caused by torrential rains. A tractor driver saves a car from being washed away by a tractor driver in the village of Elakonda, the Karabad district, Telangana. Heavy rain fell in Kiev, accompanied by a thunderstorm and wind. Eruption of Mount Etna. Aftermath of Hurricane Ida, which struck Louisiana. Chalisgan.
The whole house is gone.
Spain was flooded, the most difficult situation in Castellon and Tarragona. Roads are closed, tornadoes run intermittently, thousands of people are without light.